Hi, my name is Danielle. This is my channel Star Pages. Today I'm going to be doing my Hannah Montana Readathon wrap up. I was going to do what am I saying? I was going to do a reading vlog, and I did start filming and I did have like a couple clips, but then it wasn't working out, so I changed my mind. So I'm doing this instead. Is the music too loud? So I did finish all the prompts, but I didn't follow, like I didn't read all the books on my TBR. I did read most of them, but like I switched one of the books because I was already reading it when the week started, and then I wasn't enjoying another one, and I just didn't get to another one. So another book that I read completed. That's what I'm saying. I completed all the prompts. That's what's important. So let's begin. The Girl from the Well. I read this book. This was on the TBR. This was supposed to, like, this was originally supposed to complete I Wanna Know You and She's Got Nerve. So it was an underhyped book and a thriller or horror suspense book, and I did complete those plans. But it also ended up completing True Friend, because surprisingly there was a friendship type of thing going on in this book between this ghost and this boy in the book. So that was a thing. So I really like this book. How many stars did I give it? I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I really liked it. I don't think it was like scary. There were horror elements. I'm like, oh my god, that's really cool. I like the book. I like the ghost story. I like the story itself, like the story that that Rinchi Peko was telling, and the background of the ghost. Like, her name is what's her name? Okiku. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Like, I liked her, and I like, what's his name? Tark. I liked him too. And I like their friendship dynamic that I was not expecting. And my brain is not working properly right now, so I don't know if you're going to get like any complete thoughts that make any sense. So I'm just going to talk and hope that it comes out and it sounds sensible. So that's give this one 4 stars. I really like the book. I like the elements. It wasn't scary for me. I don't think it was supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be one of those books that like are scary, that like, oh, you're not supposed to read it, don't read it at night or whatever. I mean, you know, I think about it, I guess it has parts that were like that, but I didn't find it scary. But it's not like it was like, oh, it's a horror book, I don't see the horror elements. There were horror elements, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. But I personally was not scared. I did like the characters though. It was an intriguing story, and I plan to finish the series because I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy. So that knocked out 3 prompts. Congratulations to this book and to me. Get Alive, Chloe Brown. This one was supposed to complete He Could Be the One. I said supposed to, like it didn't. This one completed the prompt Get Alive, Chloe Brown. When I just started reading it, I was like, oh my god, this isn't romance, this is just like lust. But then it was like a friendship thing, and then it was romance. It was like friends. It was like enemies, kind of, to friends to lovers. So that was in there. I gave this one 4 stars, by the way. I did enjoy it, and when I just started reading it, like before I read it, my friend stole it. Like she took it home without my permission. I didn't notice until she was like telling me about the book. I was like, wait, is that my book? And she's like, yeah, I took it from the shelf. I was like, anyways, that's not important. She said, because everybody on Twitter, when I heard about this, everyone was talking about how steamy it is and this and that and that. And then she read it, she was like, oh, they're like 2 scenes. I'm like, 2 scenes? Is the people on Twitter, that's very English of me. They're always talking about these books that have these kind of scenes that I'm not going to say because I'm not going to say what they're talking about. But like, they're always talking about these scenes that this and this is happening, and that's like steamy and like very smutty, and they're talking about this book like it's so hot and spicy. I see. And she's like, there are only 2 scenes. And I'm like, that's so disappointing. That's very disrespectful. You misled me, and I spent my parents, I was going to say my money, but I didn't pay for this. My parents' money on this book, and there are 2 scenes. Why would I even do that? But then I read it, and I understood why. Because, you know, Chloe has fibromyalgia, which my friend who stole my book also has, and she said that it was very realistic and she relates to it on a certain level because Chloe does have it worse than her. But like, yeah, the representation is that what is accurate. That's all I can say. I can't speak personally, but my friend says it's accurate for her, so that's great. I did like Red and Chloe's romance though, and like I did steal. I'm not going to lie. I do plan to steal parts of Chloe's personality. Hopefully I can pull it off, but her personality was just cool enough for me to want to steal it, or for me to unintentionally steal like parts of her personality, if you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. Everybody knows. The Poppy War, this one I can say, this was supposed to complete Nobody's Perfect, which had a morally great character, but I was like 70% through the book, and like Rin wasn't. Is it Rin? It's Rin, right? It's Rin, right? Like because I said Rin should pick one. I don't want to like actually. Yeah, her name is Rin. Because I thought like I knew her name was Rin, but like Rin Chapeka, so I was like, well, I'm just stealing Rin Chapeka's name and putting her in the Poppy War, because that happens sometimes. Yeah, Rin, she wasn't morally gray up until like 70% of the book. She was like, I don't know how to describe it, but like in my opinion, she wasn't morally great. She was doing what she was doing because like her morals were just like pass school, do better than these other people, and there was like no bounds for me to say, oh, her character, her like morals are great, because she wasn't doing anything bad up until like 70% mark where things started to go yeah. So I didn't want to count this as morally great, so I replaced it with a book that I was reading when the week started that wasn't on the TBR, but it did count for The Climb, which is a recently hyped book, and Rockstar, which is a 5-star prediction. I did give it 5 stars, so that's great. Did I tell how much? Yes, I did. Yeah, so I really like the story. I don't want to say it wasn't. Okay, so I was going to say it wasn't as dark as everybody made it seem, but that's just, I think that's just me. One, because I don't want to say that at all, because it is a fantasy story based on real historical events, and I think that I am just desensitized to these things. I don't know when it happened, but like I've been reading books and watching movies that people say, oh my god, this is so scary, blah blah blah, and I've been like watching with other people, and I'm like, oh, that's so gross, and like that they didn't have to kill them like that. Then I'm just blank faced. I'm just desensitized. What am I even talking about? I'm saying I'm probably desensitized to dark elements, so that's probably why it wasn't as dark for me as it was for other people, I guess. I did like Rin though. She was hilarious. Neza, everybody's talking about Neza. Neza was there for like 5 minutes, like in total, because he was like there for a couple, that's a lie, like 10 minutes in total. Let me be generous. He was there for 10 minutes in total. So maybe he comes back up in the other book. So, but right now I'm not seeing what everybody on Twitter is. I need to look at the camera. Or maybe not. You don't even care. Do you care? You're not going to answer me because you're not here. I think I'm high on, I don't know what, oxygen, candy, I don't know. What was I saying? Yeah, Neza, I don't get it. I don't get what everybody was talking about. So, why don't I just imagine everybody? No, they did talk about Neza. Yeah, so I did like reading. I did like the story. 5 out of 5 stars. If you couldn't tell from my told I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I'm really excited to read the other books. Probably not going to get them for a while. but highly recommend this one. Oh, best, I recommend everything I read. I read the e-arc of Fires of Vengeance that I got from Caffeine Book Tours, because I was on the book tour, the Fires of Vengeance tour. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Really love that book. That one ended up counting for Nobody's Perfect, the morally great character, because what is his name? Oh my god, oh my god. Tao. I didn't even have to look it up. I remember it. Tao. Tao. That's his name. Tao was definitely morally great. Like, there's no denying it. Can I don't. What am I even saying? So African inspired. Fires of Vengeance and African inspired epic fantasy, and this is the sequel to The Rage of Dragons, which I also gave 5 stars. I highly recommend that book. The fight scenes were like really great. The magic elements were really great. The book was really great. I don't know how to speak right now. My thoughts are not connecting. I probably should have written stuff down. I probably should have done that. But this is what you get. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I highly recommend that book. I did write a review for it though. I did write something down, just not for this video. I did write a review, so for the tour. So I am going to link that in my description. I did read that book. That is everything. That's everything. Best of Both Worlds. That was dual perspective. Oh god, I use Get a Life Chloe Brown for that because Red did have a perspective like every other page. And what else was it supposed to do? If We Were a Movie, which is one that would make a good movie, I chose Fires of Vengeance for that too. And The Girl from the Well. So this book really just stepped out. What am I even talking about? I'm not Oh my god, I think I need to sleep. What time is it? It's like 6:56. I have school tomorrow. I have school tomorrow. Pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, that's everything. All relevant links in the description below. Please go check out the description. Please check out the description below. It has links to ways you can help everything that's going on in the world right now. It has links to my other social medias. It has links, affiliate links for all the books I mentioned today. What else is going to happen? What else is going to be there? Just check the description. That's all. Did you like the music? Regarding liking, commenting, and subscribing, do what you want. Bye.